Welcome to General Knowledge Bytes. Today our topic is about clouded leopard and snow leopard. Snow leopards. The snow leopard, Panthera unicea, also known as ounce, is a felid in the genus Panthera, native to the mountain ranges of Central and South Asia. It is listed as vulnerable on IUCN Red List because the global population is estimated to number fewer than 10,000 mature individuals and are expected to decline about 10%. That is 10% by 2040. It is threatened by poaching, hunting them, habitat destruction, or also known as deforestation, following infrastructural developments. It inhabits alpine, subalpine zones at elevations from 3,000 to 4,500 meters, ranging from eastern Afghanistan, the Himalayas, and the Tibetan Plateau to South Siberia, Mongolia, and western China. In the northern part of its range, it also lives in lower elevations. Baby snow leopards. Cubs are small and helpless when they are born. Do not open their eyes until they are 7 days old. That is, they are blind until they are 1 week old. At 2 months old, cubs are ready to eat solid food like meat and etc. At 3 months old, they begin following their mother and start to learn important behavior like hunting. At 18 to 22 months old, cubs become independent of their mothers. Based on limited data available from wild, it appears that female snow leopards are ready to have their own cubs by age of 3. That is, they are mature by age of 3. Male snow leopards become mature by age 4. In captivity, snow leopards have been known to live as long as 22 years. Life in the wild is much harder, so the life expectancy of wild snow leopards is more likely to be 10 to 12 years. That is nearly 10 years lesser than captivity. Facts about snow leopards. Snow leopards can't roar. Unlike other big cats, snow leopards cannot roar. Snow leopards have a main call described as piercing yowl that's so loud it can be heard over the roar of a river. Snow leopards are only classified large Panthera species that cannot roar. Instead, snow leopard sounds include chuff, growl, hiss, and mew. They have natural snowshoes. Snow leopards' wide, fur-covered feet act as natural snowshoes, helping distribute their weight over soft snow and protecting them from the cold. They can nearly cover the distance of a marathon in one night. Snow leopard can travel over an incredible 25 miles in a single night. Facts continues. Long jump champions. The snow leopard would do well in most athletic events. It is best potentially being the long jump. Some snow leopards have been known to leap about 9 meters. That is 6 times of their body length. There are many subspecies of tigers: South China, Sumatran, Amur, Indochinese, etc., as well as line Asiatic, Barbary, West African, etc. But until 2017, there was only one snow leopard species. Now there are 3 snow leopard species: Pu unicea, Pu unicetus, Pu irbis. Extra fact: like all cats, snow leopards are mammals, are part of the Felidae feline family. They are in the Panthera genus which also includes jaguars, leopards, lions, and tigers. The other two big cats, cheetahs and pumas, are part of Puma genus. Habitat of snow leopards. Snow leopards live in some of the most harsh climatic conditions on the planet, among the steep rocky mountains of Central Asia, including the Himalayas. They inhabit primarily arid, barren slopes without any trees and sparse vegetation. In summertime, they migrate upwards in elevation between 10,000 to 20,000 feet, which puts them far above the tree lines. In winters, they might move as far as down 4,000 feet. Snow leopards live in only one continent, Asia, but they can be found in 12 countries, including Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Nepal, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. Over 50% of population is believed to be reside in China. Collectively, the snow leopard covers over 750,000 square miles, which is roughly the size of Alaska and Texas combined. An individual leopard can have a range of nearly 400 square miles. Within this space, snow leopards play a key role, hunted by no other animals except humans. They indicate the ecosystem is healthy. Apex predators like snow leopards keep prey in numbers, often herbivores, but also small predators in check, which prevents the vegetation from becoming too sparse and causing systematic problems. Subspecies of snow leopards. Specifically, the snow leopards from the Tibetan Plateau, northern Qinghai, southern Qinghai and Tibet. Specifically, the snow leopards from the Tibetan Plateau, northern Qinghai, southern Qinghai and Tibet, and the principal portion of the Himalaya, Bhutan and Nepal, clustered together in the central group. The snow leopards from the western Himalaya, India, Karakoram, Pamir, Alai and Tian Shan, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan form the western group, and those from Altai, western Mongolia, southern Gobi, southern Mongolia form the northern group. Accordingly, there are three subspecies: Panthera unicia irbis, northern group; Panthera unicia unicia, western group; Panthera unicia initiates, central group. Based upon genetic distinctness, low levels of admixture, unambiguous population assignment, and geographic separation, the patterns of variation amongst the snow leopard subspecies suggest a barrier effect due to the desert basins in the area within the northern subspecies isolated by Gobi Desert and the central and western species divided by Trans-Himalaya. Vulnerable snow leopards. The good news is the snow leopards aren't technically endangered anymore. They are now classified as vulnerable by the IUCN. Species that are vulnerable are in essence those are moving towards the endangered list, effectively putting them at high risk of extinction in the wild as well. However, vulnerable is the organization's least at risk classification of threatened animals. The wild population of snow leopards is somewhere in the range of 4,500 to 8,000, with another 600 to 700 living in captivity. That being said, the population is very difficult to track due to their expansive range and challenging habitat, but it is believed that the wild population is in decline. Habit fragmentation is the serious problem for snow leopards. Because they are such wide-ranging creatures, human settlements and grazing land for domesticating animals for domesticating animals often led them into conflict. Threats of ounces. Because they have beautiful and thick pelts which make them a commodity in illegal wildlife trade. Snow leopard hunting is a problem as well. Their bones are also used substitutes for tiger bones in traditional Asian medicines. The largest long-term threat to snow leopards may be climatic change. Habitat loss and hunting have knocked out approximately 20% of the population in the last decade. There is only one snow leopard predator, humans. As their habitat encroached upon by humans, their sources of food dwindle and they prey on domesticated animals. When they hunt sheep, goats, horses, and young yaks, farmers often kill them in retaliation. Humans are the only predator of snow leopards. Conservation of ounces. The Snow Leopard Trust, which is headquartered in Seattle, works in several animal native countries: China, India, Kyrgyz Republic, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, and Pakistan. Over 75% of the world's snow leopards are located in these countries. The NGO forces protecting animals by working with local communities on conservation projects. Snow Leopard Conservancy is another US based non-profit. This one operated out of California. It was founded in 2000 and works in several different countries, cooperating with local communities to provide environmental awareness and stewardship training for young children and herder communities. The Global Snow Leopard Ecosystem Protection Program is a large-scale effort amongst all of the countries where snow leopards live in the wild. Their main mission is to identify, secure no less than 20 different landscapes, each with at least 100 breeding age snow leopards. It is called Secure 20 by 2020. Conserve snow leopards. World Wildlife Fund is also working to protect snow leopards. In 2012, the organization initiated a 4-year project aimed to conserve snow leopard habitat as well as promoting water security and preparing high mountain communities for climatic change. Traffic, an NGO that works to prevent animal poaching, has studied that the illegal trade of snow leopard pelts and bones. According to Traffic's recent report and ounce prevention, snow leopard crime revisited, they found that hundreds of these cats have been recently killed, despite there are being only a few thousand left in the wild. Traffic's analysis is being used by World Wildlife Fund and GSLEP and the Snow Leopard Trust in their efforts to protect these animals and their habitat. International Snow Leopards Day. Key points: aim to raise awareness on conservation and protection of snow leopards. Background: International Snow Leopard Day came into being on 23rd October 2013 with an adoption of Bishkek Declaration by 12 countries on conservation of snow leopards. The 12 countries include India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Mongolia, Russia, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. The Global Snow Leopard Ecosystem Protection Program (GSLEP) was also launched on the same day to address high mountain development issues using conservation of the snow leopard as a flagship. Snow leopard, top predator. Snow leopard, also known as the ghost of mountains, act as an indicator of the health of the mountain ecosystem in which they live due to their position as the top predator in the food web. Snow leopard capital of the world, Ladakh. Hemis Ladakh. Hemis National Park is the biggest national park in India and also has a good presence of snow leopard. Threats. Factors that have contributed to decline in the snow leopard population include reduction in prey populations, illegal poaching, increased human population and infiltration into the species habitat, and illegal trade of wildlife parts and products, among others. Conservation efforts launched in India. Himal Sanchrak is a community volunteer program to protect snow leopards launched on 23rd October 2020. In 2019, first National Protocol was also launched on snow leopard population assessment, which has very useful monitoring populations. Secure Himalaya, Global Environment Facility and United Nations Development Program. Project Snow Leopard was also launched in 2009 to promote an inclusive and participatory approach to conserve snow leopards and their habitat. Snow leopard is in the list of 21 critically endangered species for the recovery program of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climatic Change. Snow leopard conservation breeding program is undertaken at the Padmaja Naidu Himalayan Zoological Park, Darjeeling, West Bengal. And next is about clouded leopards. Clouded leopards, Neophyllis nebulosa, is a wild cat inhabiting dense forests from the foothills of Himalayas through mainland Southeast Asia into southern China. The first clouded leopard known to science was brought to London from China in early 19th century and described in 1821. The clouded leopard is the first cat genetically diverged 9.32 to 4.47 million years ago from the common ancestor Felidae. Several million years ago, it reached the Sunda land where it diverged 2.93 million years ago to a different species called the Sunda clouded leopard. Today, the clouded leopard locally extinct in Singapore, Taiwan, possibly in Hainan Island. The clouded leopard has been kept in zoological gardens in the early 20th century. Captive breeding programs were initiated in 1980s. In captivity, the clouded leopard has an average lifespan of 11 years. Baby clouded leopards. Like any newborn kitten, clouded leopard cubs are small and helpless at birth. Their eyes are closed, they have no teeth and they are not able to walk. But at about 2 weeks of their age, their eyes open and a week later the teeth start to emerge and they begin to walk on wobbly legs. The cubs begin solid food between 7 to 10 weeks of age but continue to nurse until 11 to 14 weeks old. By the time they are 6 months old, they are fully weaned and have full adult coloration. This is when the mother is most likely teaches her young to hunt. At 20 to 30 months old, they are ready to strike out on their own. Clouded leopards. Facts. Clouded leopard is more at home on trees than on the ground. It has short legs and broad paws that help in climbing trees. It has tail almost equal to body length. The long tail helps the leopard in balancing along branches and jump from tree to tree. It has a long canine teeth of any living feline. The clouded leopard teeth and jaws are remarkably similar to the primitive member of the extinct group of saber-toothed cats. It can climb while hanging upside down under the branches and descended tree trunks. It can climb while hanging upside down under branches and descend tree trunks head first. It is an excellent swimmer. The forests where it lives are vanishing at the rate of 10% per year since 1987. It is hunted for its teeth, decorative fur and bones. The wild cat remains elusive and is difficult to spot in the wild. Habitat of clouded leopards. The clouded leopard is found in Nepal, Bangladesh and Assam, eastern India. Through Indochina, Sumatra, Borneo and northeastward to southern China and formerly Taiwan. Although population numbers are thought to be lower outside protected areas, their population are probably healthiest in the Borneo because of absence of tigers and leopards. Clouded leopards prefer to live in lowland tropical rainforests. But also they have been spotted in the foothills of Himalayas at an elevation of 9,000 feet, that is 2,743 meters. The subspecies of clouded leopards. Sunda clouded leopard, Neophyllis diardi, Formosan clouded leopard, extinct Neophyllis nebulosa, Sumatran clouded leopard, Neophyllis diardi, Bornean clouded leopard, Neophyllis diardi borneensis. The Sunda clouded leopard. The Sunda clouded leopard, Neophyllis diardi, is a medium-sized wild cat native to Borneo and Sumatra. It is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List since 2015, as the total effective population is probably consists of fewer than 10,000 mature individuals with a decreasing population trend. On both Sunda Islands, it is threatened by deforestation. In 2006, it was classified as a species distinct from a clouded leopard in mainland Southeast Asia. Its fur is darker and smaller cloud pattern. It is also known as Indonesian clouded leopard, Sundaland clouded leopard, Enkuli clouded leopards, and Diaz clouded leopard and Diaz cat. Formosan clouded leopard, already extinct. Formosan clouded leopard is an extinct clouded leopard, Neophyllis nebulosa population that was endemic to Taiwan. Camera trapping studies carried out in several protected areas in Taiwan between 1997 to 2012 they did not record any clouded leopard. The population is listed as extinct in the IUCN Red List. The Sumatran clouded leopard. The Sumatran clouded leopard, Neophyllis diardi, is a subspecies of the Sunda clouded leopard and is native to the Indonesian islands of Batu and Sumatra. It differs in molecular, craniomandibular and dental characteristics from the Bornean clouded leopard. It was recognized as a valid subspecies in 2017. The Bornean clouded leopard. The Bornean clouded leopard, Neophyllis diardi borneensis, is a subspecies of Sunda clouded leopard. It is native to the island of Borneo and differs from the Batu Sumatran clouded leopard in the shape and frequency of spots, as well as in craniomandibular and dental characters. In 2017, the Cat Classification Task Force of the Cat Specialized Group recognized the validity of the subspecies. Threats to clouded leopards: habitat loss and defragmentation. Deforestation is the deforestation in the tropical regions of Southeast Asia is the most serious threat to the clouded leopard. The species' natural habitat has been fragmented and decreasing at rate of 10% per year and since 1997. Poaching and illegal wildlife trade. The clouded leopard is widely hunted for its teeth and decorative pelt and for bones for the traditional Asian medicinal trade. The clouded leopard pelts have been reported on sale in markets in China, Burma, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Nepal and Thailand. They have been also featured on the menu of restaurants in Thailand and China, which cater to a wealthy Asian tourists. Human leopard conflicts. Like many other big cat species, the clouded leopard is often killed to retaliation for killing livestock. International Clouded Leopard Day. International Clouded Leopard Day is a day of international awareness and an attempt to increase the profile of clouded leopard both in captivity and in the wild. Celebrated each year on 4th August, the Aspinall Foundation held the first ever Clouded Leopard Day on 4th August 2018 at the Howlett's Wild Animal Park, Kent in United Kingdom. The International Clouded Leopard Day (ICLD) is a day of international awareness and an attempt to increase the profile of clouded leopards both in captivity and in the wild. We celebrate this wonderful species on 4th August each year with organizations all over the world. Fun time! Today's question is, what are the 3 subspecies of snow leopards? And today's special questions are, is a clouded leopard an endangered or vulnerable species? Which is the extinct subspecies of clouded leopard? Please everyone answer in the comment section below to be featured in the next video. Thank you. By Abhi, General Knowledge Bytes. Please everyone subscribe, like, share and answer the questions using the comment section below to be featured in the next video.